Hello, it's PeterEric.Lang of the Liverpudlian, and I'm currently on the phone with Tyson Kelly, who's going to be performing in Liverpool this evening as part of the show for John Lennon at the Tongue Auditorium. Do you want to introduce a little bit of your background, so some of your work with the bootleg Beatles or anything like that, just to sort of like a little bit of a history of what
Yeah,
you're up to?
sure.
Cool.
Yeah, so just back here in England, I used to live here. I was here for 6 years, from 2018 to 2024, and I moved out here to join the bootleg Beatles, and that was a real fun. That was a roller coaster. And then I moved back to America in 2024, and now I have returned to debut a new John Lennon show that is taking the world by storm. It's our debut tour. It's been such a fun show. Historically, I've been playing John Lennon now for about 15 years. I did it in the States. I'm from Los Angeles originally, born and raised, and just worked in the States. From basically 2008, 2009, until 2018 when I moved to England. And it's just I've been doing it for so long now that it's hard to put a number on it, but it's really fun to do this show because this is the first time I've ever done anything like this, where you can kind of have a little bit more fun and play songs kind of with less stipulations, less sort of you can take a couple more liberties, because it's basically, if Lennon was doing a show in the 70s, how would he do all these songs? And we play them like the record, but sometimes we'll have the solos, because the band's just such a knockout band. They'll just take a few extra solos, and so it's a fun show.
Awesome, that's really great to hear. And we were chatting before, and you were saying that that you've previously played Bury St Edmunds and Manchester as well.
That's right.
And you enjoyed them.
Yeah, yeah, both great crowds.
Yeah, and you've got Liverpool this evening at the Yoko Ono Lennon Centre, part of the Tongue Auditorium, and that has sold out, I believe.
Yeah, that'll be really fun because it's Lennon's 85th birthday today. Happy birthday, Lennon!
It is. Yeah.
Yeah. So the sold out crowd, it should be good. It should get real emotional in there. It's really excited to get to play in Liverpool on this day.
Yeah, because it's a really sort of emotional day in a way, because it's like it's his 85th birthday, and it's kind of special that it's been sort of lined up that you can play in Liverpool for that to a sold out crowd. So I imagine it'll be a really quite a special evening, really.
Oh my gosh, yeah, 100%. The pressure's on. I'm very excited and nervous all at the same time. Because obviously a lot of people, it's going to mean a lot of people are going to be there, and just really wanting, you want to just pay the highest homage and tribute to the man on the day of his birth. So yeah, it'll definitely, like you said, it'll be emotional, and it'll be a special night.
Yeah, because and it's you're really pulling out all the stops, because you've got 5-piece band as well with you, haven't you?
Oh yeah, including me. There's 5. So yeah,
okay,
there's 4
yeah,
behind
cool.
me.
So there's four other band members.
Yeah, and they're just knockout musicians. I mean, really, really, they're all from Leeds, and they're just the most incredible, fantastic group of guys. Everybody is top-notch caliber. And they really, yeah. I mean, you'll see tonight just how well these guys can play, and I'm very lucky to have landed such a great band, because it's not an easy catalog. A lot of these bass lines and these drum parts and guitar licks and the key parts. Oh my gosh, some of those Lennon solo stuff, keyboard parts. They've got just insane complications in advanced playing that only top 1% of musicians can really handle it, and I got lucky enough to find those guys.
Oh, that's really lovely to hear, and it's nice to hear you talk so passionately about your bandmates as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, they're mind blowing how good they are.
Yeah. So you've been on tour across the UK, and you're in Liverpool. Will you be in Liverpool for long, or? just the day or the night?
I'll be there for one day. Yeah, I wish I could stay longer. I used to live in Liverpool for a short while, so I know the city very well. It's just such a great city, and gosh, you could just every time I walk down Matthew Street, it's like, God, wow, man, this is just dangerous. This is like it's too much fun all the time. It's crazy, and the fact the Beatles played there for so long, it's just like, wow, how did they do it, man? It's a special place, and of course, the rest of Liverpool. I love Lark Lane and Sefton Park and the South down there. And, obviously, the Merseyrail goes up to Southport. And it's just a great area of the world.
Oh, I love that. I love that you immersed yourself so much in Liverpool and the city region. Yeah,
Yeah, no, it's a great city.
yeah. No, that's amazing. So it'll be nice for you to be able to come back in a way and just be able to play and at the Yoko Ono Lennon Centre. That'll be lovely as well.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm excited. Ironically, about 2 weeks ago, when I flew into the country, my first order of business right after our first rehearsal, I was asked to fill in at the Cavern Club, so I got to play with those guys, and that was really fun. I'd never done that before. That was really fun.
Oh, lovely. That'd be. Have you played there before now?
I have played the Cellar Room. Like I played like the bass with my buddies, and we
Mm-hmm.
just played some covers and stuff. But this was with the Beatle band, the Cavern Beatles, who I've known Tony, who's the Paul there. I've known him for over a decade. I mean, we did Broadway together,
Yeah.
uh, in New York City in 2013. So it was great to see him again and get to share the stage with him again. Um, yeah, it was so much fun, and that crowd is just electric. There's just everybody there. It's just like, oh my God, I'm seeing the Beatles in the Cavern Club. Ah! So yeah, it's really fun. It's a fun gig.
Oh, that's nice. And you as you said, you're on Broadway, and that was with Let It Be, wasn't it?
That's
And
right.
that was that was a you've really invested a lot of your life into the Beatles and their music and their story. And
It's true. Yeah, I guess I am.
yeah, no, but it's really nice that you found something that you're really passionate about and you've been able to dedicate so much sort of time and effort and talent towards it. What was it like in sort of Broadway, in a way, like to be able to play their music in one of the biggest cities on the planet?
Yeah, that was a trip. Honestly, like, I wish that the the run lasted longer. I think it was a 7 or 8 week run. The previous Beatles show on Broadway ran for 2 years, and yeah, the cast member from that show, it was a buddy of mine who was also in the Let It Be show. Bought a house, and so it's like we were all very excited to. Hopefully, the show would last at least a year or so, and it lasted 7 weeks. And so,
Oh,
my point is that it just flew by those 7 weeks, and I didn't really get a chance to really pinch myself and go, oh my God, you're living in New York City, being put up in a beautiful apartment overlooking the Hudson River, and you're playing John Lennon on Broadway. Like, how does that, like it was before I even could hit me. The show was kind of closed, and I was moving back to LA. But that was such a fun 7 weeks, and wow, yeah, matinees are not my friend. We would do a matinee show and then a Saturday show and then a matinee on Sunday and a Sunday night. Oh God, it was just vocally very demanding. So yeah, my voice didn't love the schedule, but my the rest of me loved the living in New York and obviously being on Broadway, the honor that every theater kid growing up wants to have that credit on their resume one day. And suddenly it was me. It was just it was incredibly special.
oh, that's really lovely to hear, and it's nice that you've been able to play John in such a varied capacities, you know. Just on a personal note, I went to see a theatre show last night called Shake It Up Baby in the Epstein Theatre in
Oh
Liverpool,
really? Oh
and
wow.
it sort of charts their early life. When I say their early life, their early formation, so like the late 50s, early 60s, and their relationship with like Sir Stuart Sutcliffe and Alan
Oh cool.
Williams, and it
It
was
was
it
a
was just
musical or like it was a show or what?
it was a combination in a way. It was able to it was a musical throughout, but they were able to really sort of enact stage play sort of elements to it, where they were able to sort of touch on, and have a moment with the likes of Stuart Sutcliffe's passing and the sort of effect on John it had, and really take its time with things. So it's sort of it's there's a lot going on around the Beatles at the moment, and it's nice that even though there's so much competition with what's going on, you're able to still come round and tour, the UK, coming from, it's Los Angeles you're from, isn't it?
Yes.
You were saying, yeah. And to be able to come from LA to around the UK and to Liverpool and still get such wonderful reception, because there's just always an appetite for the Beatles.
Yeah. I mean, I want to see this show.
Yes. Well, it's until this Saturday, actually.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, it's had I think it's just over 2 weeks a run at the Epstein Theatre on Hanover Street, so near Liverpool Central train station. But yeah,
Great.
no, I'll be able to tell you more about that. But no, I really appreciate you you taking the time to come on the phone and chat to me and tell me about all the things you've been up to through your life so far, and tonight to be able to play on his birthday. It's a really exciting time.
Yeah, no, I hope it goes over well. The show's gotten some really great feedback. Every time I go out in the audience after the show, people just love the set list, and that's kind of what I was hoping would be the case. Because as a Beatle fan myself, I developed this show basically selfishly, like, what would I want to hear as a fan? And everybody has different favorite songs and stuff, but I just thought, what's going to be the strongest show I can make that I think is going to really hit home for these diehard fans? And of course, there'll be folks in the crowd that might have only heard a handful of solo Lennon stuff, and not even know the entire Beatle catalog, and still come to the show, and maybe they won't know every song, but they'll want to listen to those songs because they were so enamored by the show or something after they go home. I think somebody sent me a message on social media going, "Oh, can you send me the set list? There were a couple in there I didn't know, but I loved them." And obviously, just getting the high points and the low points. Playing some bangers and playing some ballads that really pull the heartstrings and stuff. I was hoping to get that reaction, and so far I've gotten it. So I'm excited to see what Liverpool has to say tonight.
That's lovely to hear, and it's nice that you're able to actually, through your work, you're able to introduce people to songs that might have flew under the radar as well. I think that's something really special.
Yeah, absolutely. None of these songs are crazy B-sides, but they are B-sides. I'm not playing. There's a couple Lennon songs where I'm going, which song? Well, oh yeah, right. Off in New York City or whatever. And these are all much more well known than those tracks. But yeah, no, it's a pretty solid. I'm pretty happy with the set list, and of course we are coming back in April to do another run, and we'll probably change up the show a little bit just for the repeat people.
Okay, brilliant. So April 2026, you'll be back. In Liverpool.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, cool. So, what is it? Just Liverpool you're playing, or are you going to be playing other cities?
No, it's a tour. I don't even know if we're playing Liverpool. We might play the Epstein Theatre. Speaking of which, I'm not sure.
Yes.
But no, I imagine Liverpool will be twice a year. I imagine, but
awesome.
It's just great. We have an incredible team that's booking, just tours after tour and developing the show. And of course, a new show takes time to get legs and stuff, but that's what we aim to do. See.
Yeah. So no, it'll be really nice to know that at least Imagine Lennon will be coming back next year. So for anyone who hasn't had the opportunity to see it yet, or hasn't had tickets, or this interview is sort of the first time they're hearing about it, there'll definitely be opportunities next year in 2026 to see it.
There you have it.
Yeah. Good stuff. Well, thank you very much for giving me the time to talk,
My
Tyson.
pleasure. Thank you so much, Peter. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. No worries at all.